you guys are talking to other people and just how you guys are guarded, or to what lengths you both go to not, basically like you're giving a press conference and not saying anything.
Well, look, I mean, the reality.
It's called like it is. Right?
Well, he's been saying that every year since he's been here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're even here today.
I
know.
It's just to do this.
Yes, I know. I would say this from my perspective, and Dan can comment on the coaching perspective. Every year, you have people in the league who, of course, you're allies and that you trust, and they may have certain information or something that may be useful, whether it's trade information, opportunities, scuttle around the league about who's being talked about where. There's a lot of discussion amongst the general managers. We don't talk about it to you, but there's always discussion, as there are, quite honestly, with a lot of the agents in the league. Now that's a little bit dicey at times, and I respect agents, of course, but they have their own agenda. But there's a lot of discussion about where interest is, and so I think there's a lot more discussion than people believe. And again, they're just projections. There's obviously not a whole bunch of concrete. Every once in a while, with someone, you can dig up something that can be really useful in your approach to draft day.
Thomas, you've always had a history of moving in the first round. When it comes to that decision on draft night, how much of it is the cost of the move versus the player that you're going to acquire?
The player that we're going to acquire obviously has driven that most of the time. Of course, we're always thinking about costs. We think about where our team is, where our team's roster is. Obviously, not to get into talking about 11, but I mean, what we did in 11 had a lot to do with where we, not only with the player, which we believe in, of course, but where we were as an organization. And I would say that even last year, moving up for TAC, right? We had a lot of discussions about, where we were with our pass rush, and of course, we need to look at the compensation. We have to be realistic about it. But we pretty well know when we're looking to move up 5, 6, 8, 10, 21, what it's going to cost us, and we get our heads around that a lot sooner than just on draft day, and that's the big thing.
When you have all these quarterbacks.